The surfboat, an Australian icon that celebrates our beach heritage as much as those that are still drawn to this sport. This traditional surf craft is now a vessel used to race instead of rescue, but it's still powered by the strong and the brave. And today they compete to be crowned Australia's best. Manly Beach plays host to the series finale. Here we will see not only champions crowned, but also the selection of our national representatives to take on our cross-Tasman rivals. This is round 3 of the ASRL Navy Series, the Dial Before You Dig Triple Crown Final. Great to be here on Sydney's northern beaches. Manly Beach, which plays host to the third and final round of this Dial Before You Dig Triple Crown Series. Plenty of people heading down to see some of the best crews from right around Australia in action. I'm Glenn Hawke. Great to be in commentary alongside Grant Wilkinson for all today's action. Well, the first 2 rounds in Surfers Paradise and Anglesea produced some fantastic racing. Let's hear from some of the crews who have taken part.
The whole series has been great. It's been wonderful to be able to row against the all-comers on a Saturday and have sort of the top-end crews going through to Sunday to compete against each other. So it's been a really good concept.
It's been great competition. We did the round at Surfers Paradise and at Anglesea at our home state, of course, and then up here for this one. So it's been fierce competition and it's been a great event. So we're excited to be here today.
Yeah, it's been good fun. It's always good to travel around the country and row surf boats. It's always good fun. So
we've been to all 3. Yeah. We've raced both up in Queensland and down Victoria and got some good racing there, which was good. So we qualified through to today.
And it was the North Cottesloe crew from Western Australia who reigned supreme in round number 1. An outstanding performance by those girls to take out the title. And in the men's action, plenty of close-fought races right across the weekend. But in the end, it was the powerhouse club from Maroochydore who got across the line in the final to take round number 1.
The format and stuff has worked out really well. Both the Gold Coast and the Anglesea event were really fun. Just enjoyable trips away, sort of making like multiple days of racing, so you get a chance to actually have a pretty good crack.
I think it's very fair doing a round robin and then elimination. It's tricky conditions today, but it gives everyone a good opportunity to race and race crews from around the country, so it's really good.
It's really good to get all the best crews together, and it means we can kind of see them before Aussies and before the ASRL Open.
We've had a really good time, and every comp that we've gone to has been good for different reasons, and all of them been good racing, which is the main thing, so we're really happy with how it's gone.
Tough flat conditions greeted the crews in Anglesea, and it was the North Cottesloe Mermaids made it back-to-back winners. An outstanding performance by the crew from Western Australia. And the men's action once again produced plenty of highlights and some outstanding racing. Absolutely nothing between all 6 crews taking part in the final. North Cottesloe went in there seeded number 1, but it was the number 2 seeds, the North Stay Nut Huggers, an outstanding performance in the end to take out the final in round number 2. Well, Grant Wilkinson, that's how the action unfolded in the first 2 rounds. How does it line up today?
Thanks, Glenn. All the crews have pre-qualified here. They've all earned their spot here today. Only gets tougher from here. This is the final. So in section 1, we've got a round robin of 4 races. After that, the top 12 qualifiers will go through. Field's cut in half, and basically everyone else gets to go home. After that, you've got another 3 races. The point score starts afresh. Everyone starts from scratch, and they start racing again.
Well, Wilco, we saw down in Anglesea flat, glassy conditions, but very, very different here in Manly.
Very different here. The crews that did well at Anglesea may not do so well here today. It doesn't look too tricky, but once you're out there, there's actually quite a bit of swell on and quite a bit of wind out there, and it's really bouncy. It's going to be really tough racing.
So no doubt plenty of power is needed through these boats today, but plenty of surf skills as well.
Absolutely. Skill level is critical here today. The boat doesn't go very fast when it's upside down. So as fast as they want to go, they still have to make sure they stay upright, as we see a good picture of one of the boats turned up there, stay upright and get a really good run through the boat.
Well, the top 12 boats go through after round number 1. As we can see, the Scarborough Shadows, they've just snuck in there on 34 points. When we go over to the page, Allura Wilco's, well, they're into the top 12. St Kilda, dial before you dig, had to pull out due to an injury. That gave Lawn Edge a start in that top 12. Tannum Sands through to North Stain, Nirvana, unfortunately didn't make the cut. The men's again, top 12 go through. Bulleye Gold on the south coast. They were the best of them after section number 1. The Currumbin Barbarians right through to Maroochydore. They've qualified through to section number 2, as did Palm Beach and Queenscliff. Unfortunately, Currumbin and Northcliffe Nitro, they missed out on a countback. Allura Wilco, unfortunately not into this final round in section number 2. And it's time to look at section number 2, round number 1. And Wilco, the points have been reset. Everyone's on a level playing field. Let's take a look at the highlights from heat number 1.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't matter how good you were in that first section of the morning. It counts now. Everyone starts afresh. Everything has to be perfect from now on in.
As we saw, the Tugun Hunters who were taking part in this race, they were perfect, 4 from 4, but didn't quite have the race they wanted in this round number 2.
They were outstanding this morning. The 4 races this morning, they were a leap ahead of everyone else. As you see coming here, Bilgola doing it well, and Tugun actually coming in third, their first defeat of the day, and that's going to really hurt them.
So a great race there by Bilgola. They got themselves over the line in first in heat number 1 of round number 1. Torquay Groupers, as you say, the Tugun Hunter, in fact, coming in third with 8 points. The Lawn Edge finishing in 4th.
Been saying to them all day, get a good start. It's a good way to set up the race. So, yeah, they pulled over the bank and shot away. It was good. Happy with them.
So a great performance by Bilgola in heat number 1. Heat number 2, Wilco, this was your race. Probably didn't pan out exactly how you planned.
Not exactly how we planned, but it was a really hot field. You had North Cottesloe there, who had won round 1 and round 2 at Service Polaris and Anglesey, and who are the current Australian representative crew. So they were red hot. In front of them, though, Palm Beach really showed what they're made of. You see them there, probably out by a couple of lengths ahead of everyone else, and coming in and winning this race quite comfortably in the end.
And a great performance by the Palm Beach girls as well, qualifying in 8th, but getting over the line to win that one. So there are the official results for heat number 2. Palm Beach in first, North Cots in second, the Helensburgh crew in third, and Allura Wilco came in 4th.
It was hard. We didn't have any of the bigger waves coming through, but we worked really well getting all those smaller runners, and it worked out for us in the end, which was good.
Heat number 3 is our next race, and Wilco, we've seen these crews in the southern alleys in the first 2 races. They've dominated proceedings, and it looks like the same thing is going to pan out in heat number 3.
Yeah, that's right. The northern alleys from alley 1 and 2, at this point in the tide, it was really hard, it was really difficult, just on the edge of a bank there. And in general, most of the crews starting out that northern end were getting probably hit more than their fair share.
And as you can see there, Wilco, the crew from South Curly, they turned first around the Cairns, followed closely by the Southport crew. And as they head into the beach, that's how they finished it as well. The South Curl crew hang on in the end, a nice little run that gets them right through to the beach and gets them a win in heat number 3. And there's the official result. South Curl, our winners. Currowan moved into second place, Southport in third, and the Scarborough Shadows finished in 4th.
It's been a good day. We've had a few unlucky sort of hits, but overall we're really happy with how we're rowing. So each race seems to be getting a little better, so it's a good place to be.
Well, that was the women's. Time for the men to get back into the water. Some highlights now from round number 1, and Wilco, some great racing in this round as well.
Absolutely, and it really showed. This is the first race where Bilgola really stamped their authority on the whole day. They're an exceptional crew, one of the benchmark crews over the last couple of years. No matter what the conditions, no matter what time of the year, if you're up against Bilgola, they're always difficult. And look at it there, they're out in front, clear water, and really rowing away with it in the end.
Well, the crew in the middle, Bulleye, they were our number 1 ranked crew going into this second section. A very good crew from the South Coast as well, Wilco.
Yeah, another very good, exceptional crew. And they're just fresh off a win in the George Bass Marathon. It's a 180k marathon down the south coast of New South Wales, and they were clear winners in that at Christmas time. So they've certainly got the endurance in their legs. Today we'll just see whether they've got the speed.
And Bilgola in the end, an outstanding performance by them. Comfortable winners in this heat number 1. They took it out over McMaster's Beach, Bulleye Gold. Then the Queenslift crew came in at 4.
Yeah, we're on the money now, so had a quiet start this morning because of our positions on the course, but the course is going quite well now, yeah, so we did really well.
Heat number 2 in round number 1, and Wilco, great to see crews from right across Australia taking part in this one.
Yeah, that's right. WA represented with North Cottesloe and Victoria with Warren, and as we see there, alley number 1 at Northern End. Palm Beach unfortunately copping one right on the nose, and it looks like North Cottesloe gets out clean again in alley 4, that southernmost alley, and they really set this whole race up just from through the break there, and you can see here at the turn, clear water way out in front.
Geez, they've been good in the rounds 1 and 2 of this Triple Crown series, and again showing that they're one of the crews to beat here in Sydney.
Absolutely. Round 1 in Queensland Surfers Paradise, they were the only non-Queensland crew to make the final. In round 2, they were just pipped on the line in the final down there, so they've really shown their class over this whole series.
First place once again for North Cots, they get the maximum 11 points. South Curly came in second, Palm Beach in third, and the Vaughan Pounders finished in 4th. Wilco, we're going to rip straight into heat number 3, and what a crack field lining up in this one.
This was an absolutely cracking race. You've got Ostermeer, who are the current Australian representative crew. You've got Mona Vale, who are the current Australian or triple Australian champions. They've won that title 3 years in a row. Currumbin Barbarians, they're one, along with Bilgola, they're one of the benchmark crews that everyone else in the country sets himself off. And then you have Maroochydore. Just last week, they were given the Queensland representative honours, so they've beaten all the other crews in Queensland. A race like this is something the whole beach stands there and really watches and takes note of what happens.
So really, this was up for grabs. Anyone could have taken the 11 points, and it really was a race all the way to the beach.
Yeah, Currumbin and Ostermeer fighting this out, but Maroochydore showing why they've just been given the Queensland representative honours. Coming in lane 1 and only just missing out in the end, coming to very close third.
Well, it was Ostermeer who took out that heat number 3, Currumbin Barbarians in second. Maroochydore, as we saw, skewed and ended up in 3rd place. Mona Vale finished in 4th.
It was a good race from the boys. We had a bit of work to do on the way out, so I was happy how we got back into it before the wave zone, and yeah, pretty tight across the line.
Well, some outstanding racing already in round number 1. We will be back very shortly for highlights from round number 2.